desk and get ready to answer some questions. And, wow, Karina's ready, Ursulaine's ready, Shania and Shinya are ready. Pencils are where they belong. Good job, Shin. Excellent, man. First of all, good morning, Puffins.
Good morning, Mr. J.K.
Some of us are having a very rough morning. We're going to cheer up. We're going to persevere. We're going to get through it. Let's go over our aim. Our do now is done. Let's answer one question about our do now before we continue with our aim, okay? I want us to think about Pauline in this story and think about how her perspective changes throughout the story. Beginning of the story, what was her perspective? What was her perspective of Ursuline? Look at these risk takers that I have. Beautiful. Ursuline.
Pauline's perspective
Nice tracking, Karina.
in the story is that she doesn't eat her food.
Okay, so that's not really her perspective, but that is a good clue, Ursuline, okay? She doesn't eat at the beginning of the story. Excellent. That's a good clue. What other clues do we have? Karina?
The other clue is that she almost died for being lonely.
That's what the title of the book says, okay? I want you to tell us about the perspective.
Oh.
How's she feeling? What's she thinking in the beginning of that story?
At the beginning it says one day some man found a oceanarium.
An oceanarium?
An oceanarium sailed out to sea. They were looking for dolphins, and they got caught one day named Pauline.
So they found Pauline. At the beginning of the story, though, Ursuline was telling us she wasn't eating. That's a very good clue. That tells us what her perspective at the beginning of the story is. She's not eating anything. So what does that tell us about her perspective? What does that clue tell us? How's she feeling? What's she thinking? What does it tell us? Shinya, what does it tell us?
It tells us that she didn't like to eat.
She's not eating because she doesn't like food? I don't think so. Let's think about it. Why is she not eating? The people from the oceanarium go out and they catch her in the ocean and they bring her back and put her in a tank.
Because she's dead?
Shania.
She's not eating because
What does that tell us? Why is she not eating? They bring her back to the tank and she's not eating anything. Why not?
she's a baby.
Because she's a baby? I don't think so. I think there's another reason that she doesn't want to eat any food. Emmanuel, what do you think?
Because she's not hungry and she doesn't know because she doesn't have nobody to play with.
Very good. Do you agree with that, Karina? You disagree? What do you think?
I think that she's sick.
You think she's sick?
Because it says on the third day the man sailed out to sea again. They caught another dolphin and slipped him into the tank. Pauline didn't even see him. She was drafting around with her eyes closed. But a few minutes later, she happened to whistle. It was a very low whistle, a whisper of distress.
Of distress. Okay, so let's stop there. So they went out and found a second dolphin. And they brought that second dolphin back to the tank with Pauline. And then that dolphin whistled. Thank you. And then that dolphin whistled. And Pauline figured out that there was another dolphin in the tank. And did that change anything for her? Did that change anything for Pauline? After they brought the second dolphin back, what happened, Shania?
What happened
After they brought Pauline a friend, what happened?
What happened was the dolphin who had almost died of loneliness playing a fast game of
story, when her new friend comes back, Shania, she's playing what?
She's playing water tag.
She's playing water tag. With her friend. So at the beginning of the story, Emmanuel, you were saying, add to what you said earlier. At the beginning of the story, she was what?
Loneliness, because she didn't have nobody to be with.
She was lonely. And what about at the end of the story? How did things change by the end of the story? Shinya, how did things change by the end of the story?
She wasn't lonely.
She was, can you think of a third grade word? Let's give Shinya a second to think. What do you think, Shinya? If you need some help, call on a friend. Ursula. Shin says she wasn't lonely. I think that's true. Can we think of a word that would describe Pauline at the end of the story? At the beginning, she was lonely. At the end, she wasn't lonely. What was she instead of lonely?
She was.
Nice tracking, Karina and Shania. Who can help Ursula and Shinya out? Anybody have a word that we can use? Karina?
I think she was feeling. She wasn't feeling.
I think I know what word you want to use, but it's a first grade word, right?
Yeah.
Let's not use that word. Let's use a different word.
She wasn't. Sad.
She wasn't what?
She wasn't.
What was she? What word can we use to describe her? I don't want to hear happy. I don't even really like excited that much because we use that word a lot too. What about? So now you look like you have something cooking.
Proud.
She was proud? Proud's not exactly right. Proud's not exactly right. What do you think, Karina?
You're saying joyful?
Joyful. I like joyful. Excuse me, friend. She was joyful.
And I have another clue.
If you have something to add, you need to raise your hand. She was joyful. Karina, you want to add something?
It says that it was her.
Karina, let's just make sure everybody's tracking like Ursula and Shania. Go ahead.
It says sometimes she whistled a high, sharp whistle. This was Pauline's distress whistle.
Her distress whistle. What does that mean, her distress whistle?
It was her crying whistle.
Right, when somebody is distressed, it means they're very upset and frustrated and angry, right? So if she's giving her distress whistle, it means that's how she's feeling. So at the beginning of the story, she's lonely. She is distressed. Let's put that in there. That's a big word. Distressed, and we're going to put that up on the board as well. That's a good one.
And it says it was her way of crying. Help! But nobody answered her crying.
Exactly. A distress signal is a way of crying. Help! To get some help, okay? Very good. 2 claps for Ursula. 1, 2, 3. 2 claps for, who else helped out? Shania. 1, 2, 3. 2 claps for Emmanuel. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Who else did some hard work? Did I miss anybody? Miss Karina. 2 claps for Karina. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Give yourselves a brain kiss. Give yourselves another brain kiss. Let's go over our aim. First, we need to check off our do now. Count us down, please, Shania.
3, 2, 1.
Check it off. Leading us in our aim today will be. It's your turn, isn't it?
No. Yes, you said it yesterday. You said
I'm sorry.
You said yesterday. It's Shania's turn.
I didn't say that. I did promise Shania yesterday. You did it yesterday. Remember?
No,
I
Shania
did it.
Yesterday, I promise Shania, because I think you've already done it. Okay?
No.
I did it.
Okay, Shania's going to go today. Go ahead, Shania. We're going to go tomorrow.
Puffins will be able to
Puffins will be able to
answer the author's craft, perspective, and motivation questions about a new text.
Answer author's craft, perspective, and motivation questions about a new text. Very good. What's that word?
Perspective.
Perspective. That's the kind of question that we just answered, okay? So let's fix our slant. Let's check off our aim. 3, 2, 1.
Check it off.
Our return is already done because we just answered one question together. 3, 2, 1.
Check it off.
For you to read, you may read the next story. I'm going to tell you exactly which pages it's on so you don't forget where to read. It's the story of Bimbo. It's pages 27 to pages 31.
But you said that I was gonna do it tomorrow. We don't have reading tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday.
I guess I'll be able to do it. Or else I'll have to find something else for you to do during DI tomorrow. Okay? You can lead us in our aim tomorrow, DI. Let me write it up here so I don't forget.